Jogi takes place over 3 harrowing days in and around Delhi after the assassination of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi on 31st October 1984. Day 1 begins like any other. Jogi and his family are affectionately arguing, they're enjoying their breakfast, but within a few hours their lives are shattered. When Jogi and his father are attacked on a bus, Jogi asks, "Hamari galti kya hai?" and someone replies, "Tu sardar hai, yehi teri galti hai." The film unflinchingly showcases the institutionalized genocide which resulted in the deaths of over 3,000 Sikhs. We see men being burnt alive, shot, beaten. Women and children aren't spared either. Politicians and police step back and give murderers and goons a free hand. But even in this heart of darkness, there is hope. Jogi and his 2 friends risk their lives to save as many people as they can. One friend is Muslim and the other is Hindu, but this isn't underlined. Beyond the horror of what we see on screen, director and co-writer Ali Abbas Zafar is making a plea for tolerance and brotherhood. Ali has a talent for constructing heightened emotion. He paints in broad and blunt strokes. So of course Jogi's family is shown gorging on parathas, drinking lassi, because that's our cliched notion of what Sikh families are like. But Ali also knows how to accelerate the drama. The first half of Jogi is suspenseful with sequences that are deeply moving. In one, Jogi reluctantly cuts his hair because he understands that it's the only way that he can save his people. Ali films this with Jogi looking at his reflection in water and wielding his scissors as he weeps without making a sound. This is a man so badly broken that he is, as we watch, turning into stone. DOP Marcin Laskowik also does fine work here. Jogi is played by Diljit Dosanjh, who was also terrific as the lead in the national award-winning Punjab 1984. Diljit brings to the role an affability. He's this easygoing boy next door who everyone loves. But Diljit also portrays strength, which remains convincing even as Jogi's heroism becomes bigger and bigger. This is a man who risks his own life and family to save the life of friends and neighbors. "Ye sab parivar hai mera," he says. But Diljit doesn't underline this daring with any sort of swagger. He retains his vulnerability and that everyman quality until the end. Mohammad Zishan Ayub also does a solid job as Jogi's policeman friend. The screenplay, however, slowly starts to become more and more implausible, especially in that last half hour. The film is a fictionalized story inspired by true events written by Ali and writer Sukhmani Sadana. Into the larger socio-political tragedy unfolding, Ali and Sukhmani weave in a thread of personal revenge. We get this backstory for why a particular character is behaving the way he's behaving, but only towards the end, which holds up the plot considerably. We also have a dastardly villain in the shape of Kumud Mishra. He's playing the local politician who's desperately trying to get a party ticket and actively encouraging murder and violence. In separate scenes, we see him doing homework with his young daughter, and he's also playing hopscotch with her. I think Ali wants to underline how ordinary evil can be. Kumud, as usual, does a fine job, but towards the end, this character just moves into sort of very extreme mode. In the middle of all this political upheaval and mayhem, all this man wants is the decimation of the people and homes in the lane where Jogi lived. It all becomes a little far-fetched. The traumatic events of 1984 have been portrayed before in films such as Shonali Bose's Amo. Ali isn't going for that sort of rawness or restraint. He repeatedly uses top-angle shots to give us a bird's-eye view of a world which is literally on fire. He pushes buttons forcefully, he underlines what he wants to say with background music and dialogue. But the film's inherent sincerity sees it through these clunky stretches. And Diljit remains watchable. I wish he would do more Hindi films. For more reviews like this, subscribe to Film Companion and do check out our website, filmcompanion.in.